What? Me being
that level of comfort.
Okay, but me being a light switch lamp is way different than a girl sticking her finger in my ass. Like what? How is it not?
Levels of comfort. Are you kidding me?
If I'm a lamp? I'm a lamp?
If I was not comfortable.
I'm a lamp! I don't have sexual pleasure. I'm a fucking lamp.
You don't know that. Have you ever been a lamp before?
Do they have G-spots?
No, you don't know because you've never been a lamp.
That actually makes sense, but like as much as I want to say it doesn't, like it does.
It's time for the Garage Boozing Podcast.
What's up, nerds? And welcome back to another episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. I'm your host, the man with absolutely no plan, the Chase with the face for radio, Chase Shurga. And boy, do I have one hell of an episode for you today. I am joined by two very special guests, two of my very good friends. We have Alysha and we have Ari. This is Alysha's second time on the podcast. This is Ari's first. And boy, we have a great conversation. Alysha was back on an episode called Marinara and Facials, one of my most viewed episodes of all time. So I know you guys are going to be excited to have her back. And we've got Ari, who is the first mother to be on the podcast other than my own. And it's absolutely great to hear both of their perspectives on all of these topics. And boy, you know how we do here at the Garage Boozing Podcast. This conversation goes all over the place. So with all that being said, folks, you know what time it is. It's time to sit back, relax, kick your feet up, crack open a cold one, and if you're really feeling fruity, take a shot. Why not? Because this week's episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast starts now.
Oh yeah, in support for the Garage Boozing Podcast, it is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped will help you trim up the family jewels to make everything nice and right for the ladies. Make sure that you're using promo code TGBP20 for 20% off your Manscaped products. Oh yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. Today I am joined by two very special guests, both to my right, here left if you're watching on YouTube, because usually I'm sitting in the middle, but this time I'm sitting on the side. I don't know why I chose to sit over here this time, but regardless, why does my phone keep going out? Anyway, I'm joined by two very special guests. We have Alysha, second time on the podcast, and we have Ari, first time on the podcast. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, that was so genuine. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
No, I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you got to let me come on with my bestie.
Hey, thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure. I love having new guests in the garage. But I'm just going to get right to it. So we talked about, I had a little tiny list, but then like we were talking about a lot of things before we got started here.
That's
that
a
I just
big list.
Added to the list. Yeah, this list is huge. I don't even know if we'll get through the whole thing, but we're just going to send it anyway. First thing I have here is, actually, Ari, you are actually the first mother, other than my own, that I've had on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah, dead ass. I've had a lot of people on here, but like you're the first mother. I've had fathers, but I haven't had mothers.
Yes.
I have a lot of guy guests, but I don't have a lot of girl guests.
Single mom energy. We love it.
I love that. So
Queen shit.
Queen shit. I don't know. I feel king shit, but like, yeah.
It's scary shit.
It's got to be scary, right?
Yeah, it's extremely scary.
So like, how old were you when you found out you were having a kid?
21.
21. Were you scared? Like, were you scared? Was it like, did you expect it, or was it just like a surprise? I know, I'm just getting right to it. You're just gonna skip me. You're just gonna skip it.
But I will say the cutest pregnant person. So cute.
And your son is cute as fuck.
Such a good mom.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So like, can I ask mother questions? Is that okay?
Go ahead. Yeah, send it.
Yeah. So like, what did it feel like when you're 21 years old? So like, some people have like my grandparents were 21 and 22 when they had my my uncle who was older than my dad. So like, back then like, having kids was like normal at that.
It was more normalized to have like 5 or 6 kids.
Right.
Like a lot of kids.
And like now it's just like, I feel like more people have kids later in life, but like that's not a dig at you.
Expensive.
That's like a compliment. Well, of course it's expensive.
Well, I just think also I have so much energy right now, and like being an older parent, it's exhausting to be a
I
parent.
believe that.
Well, I'm sure it's
Like,
exhausting
it's
as
very
But kudos
the
to
age
you.
that you're at also.
It's awesome.
Yeah. And
So
Taylor's
like
gonna be
being
4.
older, you understand how it could probably be that much more exhausting.
I'm actually like I like
How
that
old
I
are you
had
now?
a kid young, 26. Yep. So I enjoy it because I don't know. I won't have kids after 30. That's for sure. It's
Okay.
just really tiring. When I found out I was pregnant, I was happy.
That's awesome. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So that was good. I don't know. What do you think about T?
I love him. He's so cute. When was the first time I met him? This summer, right? Mm-hmm. So he's gonna be 4. The
Wow,
day
time
before.
flies.
The day
Oh, yeah,
before
you're
my
26,
birthday. So November 22nd.
See?
Mine's the 23rd. But yeah, no, he's really cool. We get along really well. He's cute.
Do you know
He's got a lot of fucking energy, and I've never met a kid who has no fear like he does. Like we brought him
And he
to
has
the
my
beach.
attitude.
We brought him to the beach this summer.
Is that good or bad?
And he went like full face in the water, like just full send. Like no goggles, nothing. Just fucking sent it with his little swimmies on. Like he has no
Into the
fears.
water?
Oh yeah, he's such a fucking
How
badass.
old is he?
He's gonna be 4.
He's
in
gonna be
November.
4.
Oh my god, when I was 4, I was like afraid of the water.
Dude, he's really cool. I really enjoy spending time with him.
He's just he's a brat.
Sometimes he's in a mood, but we all have bad days.
Well,
It's okay.
She literally just said that like he has her attitude, so he's probably always in a mood.
Whatever.
Whatever, still cool, right? So
He's cool as fuck. I
He's
like him.
fearless. I'm not.
He really
fearless.
is fearless.
He gets that from his dad.
He does get that from his dad. He likes to shred outside. There's nothing wrong with that though.
you say shred outside?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a shredder.
Dude, he fucking
He's a shredder.
He's a
fucking
fucking shredder.
A little savage,
He's
if
a
you
cool,
will.
yeah, he's a little savage. He's a cool ass kid. I like spending time with him.
So I'm only gonna ask a couple mom questions just because I'm interested. So like, obviously you and is baby daddy a bad term?
You can just
right?
say baby daddy. It's
yeah,
fine.
baby daddy. Okay, so like obviously like you guys aren't together anymore. So like, single mother life, like what's that like? Like,
It's just like a routine. Like I'm just constantly doing the same thing over and over and over. I mean, I switch up the time I'm with. Like I'll take him to the park or I'll take him to Sky Zone now that it's gonna be winter, sledding and stuff. But it's just like keeping him in a solid routine throughout the week, so he's like used to adulting, kind of.
Sure.
Yeah.
So like co-parenting, is that like hard?
Yeah, it's not like the easiest thing in the world to do, but as long as like you're just committed to what's best for the baby, like
That's it right there.
Yeah, like it'll work out. It's just sometimes I really believe that like sometimes you just like have a baby with someone and that's the universe saying that you like need to make a baby, and then like it just doesn't work, and then you made this baby and that's what
Which
it is.
happens all the time.
Yeah.
That's like that. That's not like rare. Like it's very common.
Especially with our generation, because I just feel like millennials and Gen Z, like we're falling in love really young, and then like we're in these long-term relationships and we don't really understand like what it's like to do these things until you're doing these things.
Yeah, for sure. And that's like what I was saying before. Like my grandparents, so like it was like normal to have like get married and then have a kid and stuff like that. And like now it's like total opposite. You know, like people are having kids before they get married, but like it is what it is. You know?
I think he honestly made me better though, because I was just doing like a lot of dumb shit
Hood rat
before
shit.
I was a mom.
I think we all did. I think
Wait,
we,
but really quick, as a side comment from someone who's not a parent and is
Me
not
either.
ready to be a parent,
that I know of.
I feel like even like co-parenting aside, parenting in general is hard. Like even
Regardless
if
of your age.
Exactly. Well, no, just even if you're separated or you're not separated, I feel like I have friends who are married or engaged or dating and they have children together and they still struggle with the same issues that people that co-parent do.
Are your parents together?
No.
Yes, mine have been divorced since I
So
was
that's
like 2
the only,
years old,
but that's
so.
the only thing I've ever known is
Me
my mom
too.
and my dad being separate, my dad being remarried, and
That's
my
what
being
gonna
fucking
know.
single. But there's nothing wrong with that. My mom
Not
was
at
a
all.
really strong, independent woman that raised me to like have no fear and like, yeah, fear no
She
man.
has no fear. But no, you're totally right. Like it's totally like okay. Like I grew up fine, and I
Yeah.
don't have a single memory of my parents together. So like
I don't either. No,
That's how it's gonna be.
it's. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like that's more common nowadays than not.
it definitely is.
Yeah, but that's okay. I feel like there's nothing. I don't know. Parenting and co-parenting are probably just equally as hard as each other.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just tests a lot of
100%.
things.
Of course.
A
Whether
lot
you're
of
together or
things.
not, it still tests things.
It's your offspring. Okay, let's
You're
talk
right.
about something else.
Yeah, we'll change the parents subject. But you're end of the day, you're responsible as fuck, and I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So my next question here, we were kind of talking about it before, but then I was like, all right, we're gonna talk about it on the podcast. So, how did you guys become friends?
Well, I didn't like her.
We weren't friends at first, so that's the backstory to that.
Why weren't
Go
you
ahead,
friends?
tell it.
Me? Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
So there's this guy. I don't know if you know who he is. His from Glens Falls. His name is Van Lake George, right? Went to both.
I think he went to both. Yeah, his dad lives in Lake George. His mom lives in Glens Falls, right around the corner from Abby, actually.
Courtney dated him too.
No, you did fucking not. Is that where I knew you from? That's probably where I fucking knew you from.
He's literally his name now is G Rabbit.
I have no idea who G Rabbit is, by the way.
Okay, so he was my boyfriend, and I was hanging out.
You
with
dated G Rabbit?
I dated
Oh,
G Rabbit.
shit.
I was 16, and I went out with Casey Bills one night, and it was a girls' night, and he got mad, and he was with Alysha and Bree Collins, and
At the Bray's house.
Yep.
The Bray's old house on Windy Ridge.
he FaceTimes me, and him and Alysha kiss on FaceTime, and I'm 16, so I'm
Okay,
like,
so wait.
Whoa!
Wait. Okay, so here's the backstory.
Hey, we're 16 years old. We can talk
No,
about this,
but
right?
he had told me earlier in the night that they had broken up, and he just wanted to make her jealous. And stupid fucking me was like, whatever.
Yeah, let's
I'll
make a
do
bitch
it.
jealous.
Yeah,
asshole.
sure, whatever. Nah, dude. She's like, I'm gonna fuck. Where are you? I'm about to pop up. I'm about to pull up. Where the fuck are you? And I was like,
She's
nah.
16. She can't drive.
I'm
I'm
like,
like, pull up.
Nah.
I drove.
Oh, she drove. I'm like, nah, bitch. I'll call the cops. She's like, don't be a fucking cop caller. You're a pussy.
So time out.
She's
Rewind,
like, I'm
rewind.
gonna beat your ass. I'm like,
your mom's like, don't give Ari my address.
This happened so fast. So this all started with like you got a FaceTime and you're like,
and
they're
I kissed. But here's the thing.
you answer and you see.
If I knew that they were still dating and hadn't broken up, I wouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have. Wait, here's the
Girls
thing.
are savage.
Wait. Backstory.
fuck?
I shouldn't have even done it if they were broken up or not. I should have considered Ari's feelings, but I was too young to understand. Like
You were like, I don't care
what
at
that
all.
was. Yeah, I'm like, I'll be Greg's girlfriend, Jess. I don't give a fuck. She's like, I'll beat your ass. I'll come. She's like, I'm gonna pull up.
I
I'm like,
hope she beat your ass.
I'm like, I'm gonna fucking call the cops. Okay, so here's the thing. You want to know what's funny? We become friends all these years later.
no.
Because
I'm gonna happen after.
Wait,
Did
no.
she pull up or what?
No, she didn't pull up, and I just fucking
I didn't know where you were.
We never
You
really
guys
saw
did
each
really
other.
well.
Like we didn't. It's not
For
like I really.
years.
It's not like I had to dodge her in public or anything. We just didn't see each other in public for
You
like
should have
years.
dodged her. If you saw her coming, you fucking
Oh
hide. She
no!
would've beat your ass.
No! We finally see each other at a party in Queensbury, and she's
When is this?
dating.
How many years later?
No, you knew I was dating.
Yeah,
before
no.
I was.
But
you
she
and
was.
Bree were
but
talking
sh-
shit.
But she was dating. She started dating. And he knew that she didn't like me, so he was like, "You can't hang out as much here anymore." And I was like, "That's fine. I respect
Why
that.
didn't you
That's
like her?
okay."
Because you answered a FaceTime.
So
and, like,
all of a
saw
sudden, we're at this party. Me, my
Girls
best friend at the
suck.
time, Bree, and Zoe. And Ari comes up to me very respectfully and very like adult, and was like, "Hey, we gotta talk. Like, I know what went down forever ago, but like, I want to be cool. Like, you're in this friend group. Like, your friends are friends with him. Like, we should just be chill." And I was like, this bitch scares the fuck out of me. Of course I'm gonna say yes. She's gonna beat my ass in front of all these fucking like 25 people
I'm
if I
not gonna
don't.
lie. If somebody told me they were gonna beat my ass, I'd be scared too.
I was
because
scared.
I don't
No,
fight.
I was
Look at me. Do I look
terrified.
like I fight? No, I don't. Of course not. I'm a lover, not a fighter. No shot. A 4-year-old can beat me.
So, but it was funny because when Ari finally figured out like where I lived, like when we finally hung out and shit as
She
friends.
beat your ass.
No. She realized for years she'd hung out at a house around the corner from where I was, like
no, like I could walk.
100 feet down the road.
Where's
to
the
corner.
climax here? I want to like no ask me.
There's no climax. We're friends now. We're best friends.
Okay, so how did that happen again? I'm just like confused.
you
Why
asked
she-
a question, I think.
You asked a question of how we became friends, and it was because we weren't friends for a long time, and then we became friends. Because we're adults, and we don't let anyone control whether or not we're friends or we're not friends.
Were you
Because-
guys like drunk at the time and you're like,
No.
oh,
No, we weren't. I had just gotten to the party.
We were
but-
all just going to the same party, and she was in a friend group with the guy that I was dating at the time.
So like why like it was very adult of her to be like, let's just be chill. Like I don't want there to be issues.
so you made the first step.
Yeah.
Wow, how much?
I'm gonna be 30 , bro. I don't have.
I'm gonna be 30.
I don't have time
30
for
that
like the
soon.
drama and I don't know.
So you guys never fought.
No.
Have you been in a fight?
Me?
I was talking to Alicia, just so if you're listening and not watching.
Do we
but-
count the time I punched my ex-boyfriend in the face?
Did you punch
I
him
don't want
back?
to talk about him.
Nah, but he fucking shoved me real far across
Was that
the room.
after you punched him?
No, before.
I was gonna say if it's after, you're like maybe it was just.
Oh, I threw a shoe at him one time too.
Okay, well this got really violent really fast. Why'd you throw a shoe at him? Why a
Bud,
shoe?
because he was a liar and a cheater. What are you fucking talking about?
Okay, that's fine, but like why a shoe? Like,
It was the closest object.
okay, good thing it wasn't a ladder. Jesus Christ, you would have thrown a fucking
Bud,
ladder at him as opposed to.
I'd throw the ladder. I'd throw the fucking ladder.
Can you pick up a whole ass ladder?
She's probably stronger than you.
That's like I said, a 4-year-old's probably stronger than me.
Yes, I can pick up a ladder.
I don't work out, I drink, all right?
Okay.
I was gonna say, have you been in a fight, but I already know that answer.
Never in my life.
You've never been in a fight?
No.
I don't believe that.
Absolutely not.
No way.
You just terrify bitches?
I've never been in a fight in my whole entire life.
You're joking.
Sorry.
No, I was gonna say there's no way she's telling the truth.
I know for a fact that's a lie.
So you have.
I would never be in a fight.
It's just like, yeah.
How many fights have you been in?
Oh my God.
So okay, I've never been in a fight. Now she can make count.
You want me to count?
Are you undefeated?
Listen, I'm smart. I only fight bitches that I know I can knock out.
Undefeated.
I'm not
Champion.
gonna run my mouth to
Champion.
bitches that are gonna punch my
Champion.
fucking mouth in. I'm gonna be shitting teeth. No. Absolutely not.
I just took my seltzer to my nose. Hold on.
You're right. You want some water?
You made me laugh. I don't drink water. I drink alcohol.
But it was honestly stupid.
What? the
Okay,
fight?
well, yeah, fight. Oh, I totally agree
But
with that.
I'm
like,
so glad that we're friends now. You have no idea how grateful I am.
yeah, I wouldn't want her to beat your ass either. I'd be like, let's be friends too.
Yeah, but it was well deserved. So if it happened, it happened.
No, we
who
were
would win
just
a fight?
young.
We were just young.
Relax.
Who would win a fight? I was gonna say her all day, right?
Yeah.
She'd kick my ass.
Well, here's the
I'm just
thing.
mean.
She would probably hit me. I couldn't hit her back.
I've been
so
okay.
much.
It's not even about
No, seriously.
punching. It's about taking a punch.
It's
And
about
I've been
taking a
punched in the
punch.
face before. Alicia has never been punched in the face.
And
have
I've
you?
never been punched.
So, like,
I've been punched in the face once, and I was like, I never want that.
So,
to happen
but here's the
again.
thing.
Yeah.
I blacked
I'm a
out
pussy.
really hard last summer in Lake George, and Abby picked me up, and I pushed Abby, and she broke a fucking window in someone's house, and that's the
That was
first
mean.
time.
Did you pick her up and throw her to the house? How did she? What?
Okay, so I was blacked out by the time we even left the fucking bar, and she took me to some dude's apartment that
Did you
I
say you
said
got
I wanted
punched
to go
before
to.
this happened, or-
No, I didn't. No, I didn't punch her, but I shoved her, and she broke a window.
Okay, how did that happen though? Like,
I don't know. She like.
Did she stumble
You know
70
what?
yards
no,
into the window?
No, no, we were in a bathroom. But you know what she told me afterwards?
Me and Sarah Ben
What?
yelled at
She
each
was
other in
trying
the
to get
bathroom.
me to put
Cut that
underwear
out.
on, and I wouldn't put underwear on, and I fucking pushed her, and she elbowed the window and it shattered because it was an old house.
So you're in the bathroom.
in the bathroom.
Okay,
So it goes sink, toilet, window.
You left a lot out in the beginning. You're like,
Oh,
we're in Lake
sorry.
George drunk, and then like
We're in Lake George drunk. She
then I
drove
pushed Abby
me to
and she
some
broke a
dude's
window.
house, and then I fucking pushed her when she tried to get me to put underwear on.
yeah, because who wants to put under on? Now, what a terrible thing.
Now I just don't wear them.
Commando. Fair enough. I feel like I had a lot to say, and then you said that, and I was like, where do I go from there? All right, so lesson learned here. Don't make Alicia put underwear on because she'll throw you 70 yards into a window. Draft Top. The Draft Top was designed to give you a better all-around drinking experience, and let me tell you how. You take your Draft Top bar tool, put it on top of your adult beverage, give it a little squeeze, not too hard, a little bit of friction, a little to the left, a little to the right, a little to the left, a little to the right, and wha-bam. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see me demonstrate this. If you're listening, I'm sorry, you just got to hear me talk. But yeah, then you pop your Draft Top off, take this, push it down just a tad, and now your beer just became a cup. So forget about wasting plastic, pouring your beer can into a cup, into a red Solo cup, if you will. It doesn't matter because now your Draft Top just made your beer into a cup. So now you can chug your beer a hell of a lot faster. You can smell the aroma of the alcohol. The experience of drinking here is just so much better thanks to Draft Top. So go get yours now. I want you to have one. You want you to have one. Draft Top wants you to have one. And you can get your own Draft Top at www.drafttop.com. And don't forget to use promo code GarageBoozing for 10% off site-wide. That's right. It doesn't matter what you get in your Draft Top cart, 10% off site-wide using promo code GarageBoozing. You know how to spell it. Don't be a fool. Buy your Draft Top right now. Treat yourself. You deserve it. All right, back to the show. All right, but anyway, yeah, we just took a little bathroom break there.
Potty break.
Yeah, like I peed like 17 times while I was gone. But anyway, so 17 times is a little like excessive. I meant to say 16 times. I peed
Bit
16.
of an exaggeration.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Excessive was not the correct word. But so another thing we were talking about, and then I was like, all right, shut the fuck up. We're going to talk about it on the podcast. So we were talking about a finger in the ass.
Oh my God.
We got kind of in depth into it, right? So I said I would never allow a finger to enter my welcome to the jungle. But Alicia was like, why not? Alicia, have you stuck a finger, like your finger in someone's
Never.
ass? Then what the fuck? You made it sound like I was like
It's
crazy.
because all the guys' G-spots are in the butthole.
Yeah, the G-spot is in the butthole, so it doesn't matter if I've done it or not before. I just am
You probably
genuinely
like it if
curious.
you just...
But I always have
ease
these
into
long
it.
ass nails.
So, like, if you didn't have long ass nails, you would stick your finger in a guy's butt?
I guess if you let me.
So, you're going to ask or you're just going to send it?
No.
You have to be like in love.
So, if I'm in love, that means you can
She'll
stick your
stick
finger
her
in my
finger
butt?
in your
Yeah.
ass. For sure.
I don't think I would like that very much.
You don't know until you
Don't
try.
Right, there's a lot of...
It's the same with anything, though. You don't know until you try.
Sure, but like what I was...
Food, sexual experiences, different countries.
We went from food to sexual experiences
But it's
to
just
different
true.
countries.
No, but it's true. You don't know until you try. It's the same with anything. Across the board, you don't know until you try.
Would you like say, can I put a finger in your butt?
Because we were saying before, you're like, why wouldn't you? Like, you were
I mean,
saying...
I guess if I was feeling it enough, sure, why not?
Right, but like...
I mean, it's the same otherwise. Like, if a guy said something to me, like, how would I know if I'm into it or not until I try?
You're like, I'll give
So
it
you're
a
like,
whirl.
yeah, why not? I'll do anything once.
I'll do anything twice. Because if the first time I didn't like it, like, maybe I'll like it the second time. But like, when it comes
Yeah,
to...
but it also all depends on the person. Like, are you
Okay.
scared? Is that what you're scared of?
I'm not
Are
scared.
you scared you're going to like it?
No, I'm just scared that
You're
you're
scared
gonna...
you're gonna like it.
No, I'm scared you're going to stick your finger in my butt and you're going to come out with poop, like, on your nail, is what I'm afraid of. Like, because, like,
That's a risk you have to take.
Well, like...
You got a whole dick up there? That's a different story.
Yeah, you guys,
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
done.
Oh, no, but, like, a guy's asshole is, like... a wild forest. Like, this is the jungle. Like, it's just like...
So get it waxed.
Welcome
No,
to
like,
the
shave
jungle.
it.
listen, most men take care of themselves.
Uh-huh.
They don't take care of their asshole. Like, that's
But
not
like, why would
most
you?
don't
Why
anyway.
would you let the front be hairy and the front not be hairy and the back be hairy? That just doesn't.
Because I'm not expecting you to stick your finger in my ass.
But
Like,
just it feels better if it's smooth.
yeah, but like, sure, if I'm like, hey, stick your finger in my ass. But
No,
like,
but that aside, it just feels better in general if it's like all smooth down there. No?
right, which is why I take care of the front because that's the
Yeah,
part-
but why wouldn't you take care of the back too? Because
Because it's like business in the front, party in the back.
Right. Well, not even a party. Like
You're not getting any party in the back if it's that fucking wild back there.
right, but. Okay, so I take care of the front because that's the side I expect to have fun with. I don't expect to have fun with my...
Yeah, but what if you're both drunk and she decides she wants to have a little fun with the back? Are you gonna say no? Or
Okay.
does it just depend on the circumstance? Because I feel like everything depends on
So
the circumstances.
This is my circumstance.
If she's
then.
hot enough.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, okay, that definitely plays a part in the story, but if that were to happen, which it hasn't yet, virgin.
Just to make it clear.
I'm a virgin. But if it were to happen, I don't want to know it's coming because it hasn't happened yet.
Really?
You want to be like, who?
Yeah,
You
I-
wouldn't want to know what's coming?
I don't know because I'm going to say no. What the
But
fuck?
don't you want to get from? I don't know.
No, I don't. If
You
that's,
gotta be
waiting for
but
the
you
girl
have
who
to be in
does
a
it.
certain kind of mood. I don't know.
Yeah, I need to be like 17,000,000 beers deep and then like not know it's coming. And if it happens, I'll tell you how it feels. But like, I don't think I'm going to like it because it's just like, I think
Because it's in your head already.
No, it's just like
exactly.
uncomfortable.
No. Ari's right.
It's not in my head though.
No.
If I'm
Sex is all mental.
But here's the thing: if you're warmed up enough, it's not gonna hurt.
I'm not worried about it hurting. Like,
I feel like
if I'm in the
you're
moment, like, I'm not thinking, is she gonna stick her finger in my ass? Like, that's not what I'm
and
thinking
if she
about.
does it and you like it, then whatever.
Then sure, do it again. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Like, if it's as magical as they say it's gonna happen, then like, if I get to that point and it happens, all right, fine, send it. I'm not there, haven't been there, don't want to be there. But if I get a surprise and it's great, then sure, who doesn't want a great surprise? But I don't think it's great. It doesn't sound great. It just sounds gross.
A little more sexually explorative.
So you,
Change your fucking life.
so you're-
will.
Just do the weird shit. Like,
But you haven't even stuck a finger up a guy's ass. So like, how am I in the wrong here?
I never said you were in the wrong.
Like, listen, like I'll like.
No, but it's all levels of comfort. Like, haven't you had girlfriends that you've been close with, that you've been comfortable with, to do like weird shit you normally wouldn't do with other people?
Absolutely.
Like, would you 69 with a stranger?
That depends.
No.
That depends.
Okay, absolutely not. Though, like, I would not. No, no.
That depends. But anyway, I don't know. That's different though. That's different.
Circumstances. It all comes down to circumstances.
I would have to be drunk and like not know it's coming, or my two
I
circumstances.
feel like because you don't love her.
Yeah.
Okay, just
If you
'cause-
love someone, you can do like weird shit.
If
where
you
you're
loved
having
her,
sex.
you'd be able to ask her if she would still love you if she came home and you were a lamp.
That has nothing to do with her.
You're so funny.
That has no idea. Like, what? Me being
That
a,
level of comfort.
okay, but me being a light switch lamp is way different than a girl sticking her finger in my ass. Like, what? How is it not?
Levels of comfort. Are you kidding me? If I was.
If I'm a lamp,
If I was.
I'm a lamp.
If I was not comfortable.
I'm a lamp. I don't have sexual pleasure. I'm a fucking lamp.
You
Like,
don't know that. Have you ever been a lamp lamp
Do-
before?
Do they have G-spots?
You don't know because you've never been a lamp.
That actually makes sense, but like as much as I want to say it doesn't, like it does.
Until you know what a lamp feels.
No, but like nobody knows what a lamp feels because we've never been lamps.
No, I'm just talking.
What happened?
I'm just talking levels of comfort. Like you're so comfortable with someone that you just.
You're comparing me to a lamp.
No,
My neighbor's gonna hate me. I don't even care because I'm yelling right now.
I don't
What
fucking
is
like
happening?
being yelled at,
It's
so
a
I
lamp
really don't
for
appreciate
me.
you raising your fucking voice at me.
0.
Am I a lamp?
Yeah, not me.
No, you're not a lamp. I'm just saying it's based off of levels of comfort. How comfortable you are with
How
someone.
comfortable is a lamp?
No.
If you've never been in love, just say that.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's levels of like being comfortable and being.
Why
in
are we
love, like-
talking about a lamp?
But it's the fact that you're so in love that you ask each other.
But where's the lamp?
No.
Take a deep breath. Wait, let's
No.
meditate for a second.
Just tell me how the lamp got brought in.
No, the
We're gonna
lamp.
count to 7, and we're gonna breathe in while we're counting to 7.
Am I wrong to be confused here? Because we're talking
But
about
if you
sticking
let
a finger in my
I'm
ass.
confused, but if you let me explain.
Okay, explain it and make sure you talk about the lamp. Go
You
ahead.
talk about the lamp.
No, you go ahead because you brought the lamp into it. So talk about the finger in my ass and then the
I'm
lamp.
just
When
talking.
you're just in love, like you'll explore things sexually that are like weird, but that's like a guy's like sticking his dick in you, so it's kind of weird, but it's like you just experience it. You know what I mean?
What does that have to do with the lamp?
I'm talking about levels of comfort. So like
Compare the lamp.
when you're super comfortable with someone, you ask them weird questions like,
Are
would
you a lamp?
Would you love me if you came home and I was a lamp and not like a person? Like,
No, I wouldn't love you. You're a fucking lamp. You plug into the wall and turn on and like lights come out. What the fuck do you mean?
But it's,
Where did this come from? Where's the like?
it's levels of comfort. That's what I'm talking about.
That has nothing to do with the lamp.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
What?
I'm not wrong.
I'm so
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
This is the best conversation I've ever had because how the fuck does a finger in my ass compare to a fucking lamp?
And I just fucking told you it's
No, you didn't.
It's all based off of levels of comfort.
And what's that to do with the lamp?
I'm saying if you're super comfortable, you ask people weird questions like, would you love me if I was a lamp, or would you love me if I was a bird?
No, I wouldn't love you if you're a lamp.
Or would you love me if I was a tree?
He's
No!
just never been in love.
You've just never been in love like that before.
What? You're in love. You're gonna tell.
I'm excited for you to be in love.
No,
with
I'm
Okay, but you're
excited for you to be in
okay.
love
So
like
you're in
that.
love. He's a lamp, and you're okay with that? Like
No, I just hope that if
he's
I
a
was-
tree. You're okay with that? Like you guys are bringing this up. Like what do you? I'm so excited right now because this is fucking nuts. Like what?
I hate it here.
No, me too. Because this
Okay.
makes no sense.
So
Yeah, because for the 17th fucking time I've explained to you what a lamp compares to being a girl sticking her finger up your ass and you still don't understand for some reason.
if I was a maggot,
A maggot? Would you love me if I'm a maggot? No, I wouldn't love you for a
and
maggot.
I love him so much.
If he was a maggot,
I just want to. Like,
you wouldn't even know he was a maggot. He'd be like this big and like
No,
look
but
like
the
every
point-
other maggot.
But the point of it is that if you love somebody so much, you wouldn't care about what they were, even if they were.
If they're a lamp,
It's a
Yes,
metaphor.
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor.
it's a terrible metaphor.
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, like
I feel sorry for you.
that's fine, and like I feel great for me because I'm not a lamp. All right, folks, let me tell you all about the pump action shotgun tool. Whoa, there's a tool for shotgunning? Hell yeah, there is. So listen to this. The pump action shotgun tool, created by the Drunk Engineers. Love that name, by the way. It makes shotgunning a hell of a lot easier, and let me tell you how. So you're going to take your beer, and you're going to stick it right in the shotgun tool, like this. Hold it like that so the air pockets are up here, and then you're going to give it a little squeeze. You're going to hear pop, bam, pop. But look at that. No mess. So right now the air pocket's right up here, and you're going to want to make sure you take this, push that down, and then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the tool. Hold the beer can in place to the mouthpiece. Then you're going to put your mouth on the mouthpiece and shotgun. And boom, no mess. You can shotgun at the dinner table, family events, wherever you want with absolutely no mess. So forget shotgunning, slamming a knife right through. Yeah, not a thing anymore. Thanks to the Pump Action Shotgun Tool by Drunk Engineers. And you can get yours right now. So just log on to www.drunkengineers.ca. Don't forget to use promo code GarageBoozing for 15% off site-wide. That's right, promo code GarageBoozing for 15% off site-wide. Go get yours now. Thank me later. Back to the show. Earlier earlier you mentioned Can I talk? Earlier you mentioned doing Kegels. What the fuck is a Kegel?
So you
No, but what is it?
You like
contract the muscle and then flex it, right?
yeah,
Is that
and
how
it
that
just
works?
like makes
Everything, just like your pelvic floor muscle, like tighten up. Your pelvic floor holds up everything, like your bladder, your uterus, your cervix, everything.
Your public floor?
Your pelvic floor.
Oh, I was like, what is
pelvic
public
floor.
I don't know what that means.
your pelvic.
Okay, we're talking about vaginas, right? Like,
Yes.
No,
Yes,
you have a pelvic
we're
floor
talking about
too.
vaginas.
I have
You have a pelvic floor too. Everybody has a
what's
pelvic
in my
floor.
pelvic floor?
The same muscles that are in a women's pelvic floor, except
you have a
dick
fallopian
and a
tube.
butthole instead of all
Yeah, but that's
this
like
junk in a butthole.
inside.
It's inside.
That's
But you
inside.
have a fallopian tube. I don't, so I think our floors are different.
No, the floor is just what holds it together. It's like the glue, the
The
foundation.
glue, the foundation.
So we both have it.
We all have it.
So Kegels. Like,
It makes it like stronger.
but what is
tighter.
it?
You're training the muscles.
It's a muscle. You're
you
like
contract
flexing.
the muscle. Yeah, you like contract and
So
then
like
you flex.
you're flexing your vagina.
Yes, you pretty much make it so you're like peeing yourself and then you suck it all back in.
That's disgusting.
Yeah,
That's not
except for
the-
when you're having sex.
So when you're having sex, you
I
pee.
do a Kegel when it's inside.
You
Spit in my
pee-
mouth, look in my eyes.
and then you like piss all over the place and suck it back in.
What
the
are
middle.
you talking
That's-
about?
you
Are you
li-
having a fantasy?
No, you just said a Kegels when you pee and then suck it back in.
No,
I'm-
no,
No,
it's
it's
like
like-
with the motion.
And then
Like,
she said when
you
you're having
let the
sex.
muscle out all the way, like when you relax when you go to the bathroom, and then you just like tighten it back up.
Courtney, do you know what we're
It's
talking
not
about?
hard.
But am I wrong when you guys just described it as like pissing and then sucking it back in? You did say
It's
that.
not. No, it's like
It's the motion.
It's the motion of like just
Oh,
releasing and
so you're
letting
not
everything relax.
actually peeing.
Yeah, and then you
Thank
just
God.
like. Oh my god.
Sorry, I don't have a vagina. Like I don't know the answer here.
No, but you fuck women, so you should care about.
So I
sexual
should ask him,
health.
are you peeing on me? Like,
No.
what do you mean? Oh yeah, you brought this up actually. So this is
She brought all of this up.
Yeah, no, this was a question requested by you. So
Oh, okay, great. I'm
yeah.
so excited.
And I think you only gave me one, but
I only gave you one, but like.
so I'll start with you. 'cause
This
you
is a
asked me.
topic that Abby and I talk about frequently.
Yeah. So
Say it. Go ahead. Are you scared?
not really. I'm just like, how do? Okay,
You're just
fuck it.
like you're
So-
intrigued as
Yeah.
to what
Yeah.
boyfriend
Well,
dick
Is it about
versus hookup
astrology?
dick are.
I-
No.
Oh, okay.
Boyfriend
I-
dick versus hookup dick.
She said it.
Boyfriend
and I
dick is
didn't even say it.
superior.
Okay, so
I did. I don't know.
all right, so you know when you have a girlfriend for a really long, you had a long term girlfriend
Yeah,
in high
sex
school, right?
Sucked.
Well,
After a while, it was great.
Well,
at
it's
first.
because you were young. She didn't know
Okay,
what she was
but-
doing.
But you were young and
I'm a
like
virgin, I
you
never had sex.
you explore each other's bodies in like other ways that other people didn't know.
She didn't stick a finger in my ass, but yes.
That's not what I'm talking about. Just like I'm saying, you were like super comfortable and like open to do things you'd never tried before because you
Sure.
were in a long term relationship.
Right.
So that's boyfriend dick.
Right.
When you get good at sucking dick and doing all of the things like weird shit, like getting a finger in the ass, and then
Nope.
there's hookup dick.
Nope. No finger in my
Then there's hookup dick. No, I meant. Never mind.
No, go.
Anyways,
Anyways,
and then there's hookup dick.
better. You disagree?
I disagree.
See, I feel like I have better sex when it's a hookup versus like a relationship.
Because you've never been in love. We already established this.
Yes. So the thing is when someone knows your body like better than you do, like to a point of where like, I don't know, hookups don't care about getting you off. Boyfriend
It's just
dick.
about doing it.
Right,
getting
we
it
don't
over
care.
with.
So if I get off,
Boyfriend
fuck you.
dick
I don't
cares.
care.
Okay, but men that care, like, I'm gonna try to find the clit at least a little bit. Men that don't give a fuck are like, what's the clit? I'm just gonna get off, and then like you're gonna leave, and then
So
that's
now I
that.
see this from your point of view because you're both girls and like
have been in both situations.
right. And if you're a guy, it's like I feel
Long-term
like it's way easier to
relationship
get us
and
off than you. So like
100%.
at the end of the day, I'm way more concerned about me getting off if it's a hookup versus you getting off. Like
That's weird energy.
Because it's like a fend for yourself territory.
sure,
Big dick energy is making sure that a woman comes before you do.
right, but like we're,
The list is short and sweet, but like it still exists.
sure, but I feel like I don't know.
But it's
like,
pathetic
It's
that
not
men
the-
act. No. It's pathetic
You'll
that men
get
act like
off.
that. You'll
get off so much more if your bitch
you
gets
care
off.
so much about getting yourself off that you don't even think about the fact that if you get your bitch off, she'll get you off
gonna
way
get fired.
better than before.
Right, but if you're a hookup, you're not my
Everyone
bitch.
knows
It's
I'm
like
right,
a one-time
though, right?
thing.
But it
So-
doesn't fucking matter. You want to get your nut in a good way either way, because like sometimes you want to be able to repeat that hookup. It's like
I don't know. I almost
whatever.
feel like I can be more of a savage with a girl I'm hooking up with versus like my girlfriend. It's
That's
just
because
like-
you're not comfortable. Levels of comfortability. Like, if you're comfortable, you're going to do things that are, like, uncomfortable.
But if it's a
That
hookup, I
normal
don't
people
care.
wouldn't do.
No, exactly. But when you care, it makes it that much more. When you do care, there's, like, a whole nother, like, emotional level that's, like, attached to it.
Emotional attachment.
Yeah, but then why do people cheat? Like if they're in love.
Because they're not
Because
in
they're
love.
not actually in love. They're
I
in
feel
love
like
with no. They're in
sexual.
love. No. They're in love with the idea of that person, and they try so hard to get it to work that eventually they're just like,
get it to work.
No, and it just
no,
doesn't.
seriously, and it just doesn't. And so then they're unhappy, and then they cheat. That's exactly what fucking happens.
And it's like personal, but it's not personal because it's like you just vibe and click with the people that you do, and then you like don't.
So you don't think it's sexual at all?
No, it is sexual, but it's
It
like
is sexual.
it's you have to think about it in a way that like everyone's doing it, but it's like what level of comfortability are you where it's like you're doing things that are like outside of your comfortability level and you're like choosing to like be super
Vulnerable.
with this
It's about the
person.
vulnerability.
Like
There's
you're-
really no vulnerability with hookup. It's just like sex.
we're
and
doing
that's
this
whatever.
and this is what it is.
We're fucking. We're both blackout. Whatever.
And that's it, right? Like,
Yeah.
And that's it.
I mean,
But like some women go into those kind of things with expectations, and that's where feelings get hurt. Too.
Yeah, and that's when you have to like if you're gonna hook up, you just have to hook up, and if you're not, then
You have to
that's,
establish
like,
those
the mindset you're in.
then we come to boundaries and healthy boundaries.
like, don't stick your finger up my ass.
But if you're
Well,
in love,
those
you
kind of
would
things, but
enjoy
also
it.
like we're just fucking, or like we're gonna fuck to date, or like we're gonna hang out and do other things aside from
Or
just
you're,
have
like,
sex,
not gonna fuck
go out to
somebody
dinner.
else.
That too, that's a big boundary as well. I have learned so much in the last 2 years about healthy boundaries and establishing them, and I'm so grateful that I have because I've saved myself a world of just like headache and like misfortune.
when you can just like talk to someone, even if it's just a hookup, because like even if it's a hookup, you're still sharing your body with somebody. So it's
energies,
like-
you're exchanging energies.
so it's like you just establish those boundaries and what it is, and then you just like move forward with what both of you are comfortable
And
with.
if that person doesn't respect your boundaries, that's a fucking red flag, and you abort that mission.
But when do you get to the point where you're like, all right, you're not gonna fuck anybody else. I'm not gonna fucking.
When you say it.
When you're
When you
dating.
say it,
So
when
you-
you're comfortable enough to say it, that
So-
you like that person enough that you're willing to put that boundary out there that you want to establish, and you're just trying to see if they want to establish it as well, if they're willing to meet you in the middle or not.
So you can just be like, all right, I'm not gonna fuck anybody else. You're not gonna fuck anybody else. We're not dating.
Well, don't you want to be honest with
Yeah.
your feelings to people?
So we're not dating, but you're not gonna fuck anybody else. But I'm not gonna.
yeah,
fuck
we're
anybody
still
else.
trying
and
to
then
If we're
we're
not
not
dating,
dating,
all bets are off.
fine.
If we're not dating, like, what do you mean? Like,
It just depends on what level you are with the person. Like,
level
so
you're
why
not.
aren't you dating then?
But
because
it's
you're
all,
just not
but it's
ready.
all about establishing boundaries. That's the thing. It comes back to what you're comfortable with and what they're comfortable with and what you're not and what
you
they're
can take
not.
time to like establish something like, okay, we're fucking and we're fucking other people. Okay, we're fucking now and we're
And we're
not
only fucking each other.
Okay,
Yeah.
if we're not fucking other people, we're dating. Like that. Like if-
No, but that's not how it works unless you establish that.
Yes, it
clear-
is. I'll tell you, it's not, but it is.
Red flag.
Great, red flag. Sign me up.
No,
I'm
right-
telling
no,
you, I'm a
seriously.
guy. I'm telling you.
Brody.
Okay, no, don't put him on the spot. Now. Like, come on.
I agree with you, Chase, in so many fucking ways, bro. We waited about 2 weeks to ask each other, like, yo, are you fucking anyone
still
else?
talking
She said
shit over
no.
there?
I said no. We weren't dating for another 2 months.
Kudos
But
to you.
boundaries.
Well, because you're just like trying
And
it out,
establishing
and then if
them.
you're,
Also,
Like,
her situation's a little different. Like,
So-
I'm a little bit younger than her. She has a child. You know, we had to ease some things into our relationship that came with it.
and
But
that's
that's
okay.
so
That's
adult
okay.
of them.
Of course, it's okay.
Yeah.
Very adult,
Yeah,
very
there was
mature.
nothing wrong with
Like,
it.
do we
Nothing
like
wrong with it at all.
do we like having exclusively to each other, or do we not? We're testing the waters. Like, is this comfortable for us, or is this not? Okay, it's comfortable. Now we're gonna date.
So what you're saying is you read the menu before you ordered.
Exactly.
Right, which is fine. People do that, and even if you're eating dinner, doesn't mean you can't order dessert.
There's
sometimes.
levels to this shit.
But like at the same time, like you were dating, you just didn't admit it. Like you're like we're dating, but we're not.
I
we're
mean,
not.
our friends knew like what it was,
like
but it's
that
like
it was like
if you're
official, but
fucking
not official.
exclusively, you're dating. Like
well, you can
But
have-
what is
agree to
fucking?
disagree.
But what is fucking exclusively? Like,
and
can
you're
I ask you?
It's fucking just each other, like no, and nobody else. Like that's exclusive.
Yeah, but how do you know that that person's actually just fucking you? And
You
not
don't.
fucking
That's
other
what I
people?
said. I would tell you I was, but I probably
That's what I'm
not.
saying. Again, boundaries, establishing like, hey, I'm fucking other people, or hey, I'm not fucking other people.
Oh yeah. So again, another thing we're talking about the podcast, which is all this starts with. We're talking about astrology and birthdays and
This
all
is
this
my
shit.
favorite.
Yeah. See, here we go.
This is my
great.
shit.
Right. So all that I know is that my birthday is November 28th, and I'm a Sagittarius because I've been told by a million different people.
Mm-hmm.
But now I was learning from you guys that there's like your sign and then your fire and your
Well, so you're a fire sign.
You're a fire sign.
what does that mean? Like
So like the elements, the 4 elements, you have air, earth, water, fire.
How do you figure that out?
How do you figure what you are where you're born?
The 12 astrological signs are divided into 4 subsections of 3.
So we're airbenders.
So
No, you're firebenders.
So Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries are all the fire signs.
I'm a waterbender. I'm Katara.
This is nuts to me.
I'm a mermaid.
So I can be a Sagittarius, a fire sign. What else can I be?
But then you have like a moon and a sun, and they like when you were born, the moon was positioned one way and the sun was positioned another way.
What year were you born, Chase?
1993.
1993. Okay.
So
I'm
like
gonna look up your birth chart.
when the exact moment you were born, the sun was somewhere, the moon was somewhere.
At certain angles, degrees, axes,
And
you
this
name
like
it.
this has a plan like how I grow up in life.
Well, but think
Yeah.
about it. It has
How
to play,
successful
like,
you are.
and
I
the
swear to
tides.
God.
But listen, like the tides, the way the water moves is based off of the other elements.
The moon. The way the tide is based off of the moon.
So like if the tide is moving because of that, why wouldn't other energies be moving too?
But what does that have to do with like what I do later in life?
Well, it's just like you can kind of predict things. Like not full predictions, but you can there's a way that groups of people act, and it's like a generalization amongst a group of people.
Is this like actually proven, or is this just
You
like
said
a
5:14
It's like
or
a part of
5:14 p.m.
science.
5:14 p.m.
It's like a part of science, but it's just like it's also a belief. Like you have to have some type of like connection to it.
So like if I don't have the connection, then I don't believe.
I mean, do you believe? Like, do you?
Not really, because it doesn't make sense to me. But I want to
Okay.
learn.
Okay, so like you don't believe, but you want to learn. So this is where she's looking up your
So
exact
you're a
chart.
Sagittarius sun, obviously.
about me right
because
now.
because your sun sign is your sign. So like when you were born, where the sun was positioned is where your sign is like based off of. So
what's my sun sign?
our sun was in Sagittarius when we were born. That's why we're Sagittariuses. And you have a Gemini moon.
What does that mean?
fire sign, right?
I don't know what a Gemini is.
They're mean.
So I can be
Like
Sagittarius
Sagittarius.
and a Gemini?
So you're a Sagittarius sun and a Gemini moon. They're 2 different signs. And then your rising sign is completely different.
Is there like an explanation about me? I just want to hear it. Tell me who I am. I want to know.
It's not like who you are.
The
it's
sun,
like-
okay, ready? The sun is in Sagittarius. Restless, cheerful, and friendly. Sun and Sagittarius people are generally on the go. They have a love of freedom and a disdain for routine. Generally quite easygoing, Sagittarians make friends with people from all walks of life. They love to laugh and tease and get along with both sexes. Sagittarians have an often blind faith in people and in the world. Their optimism is infectious, although it can get them into trouble from time to time. These are curious people who love to learn. Their idealistic nature is hard to
Right.
miss. Although generally easygoing, Sagittarius is a fire sign. This gives natives a naturally general quick temper. Fortunately, there's usually as quick to forget what got them angry in the first place. They need to escape and the need for escape is generally strong, and some solar Sagittarians come across as a little irresponsible. They're generally easy to forgive, however. After all, their direct, honest approach in life is admirable.
My baby is a Sagittarius.
Whoa.
And it just hits you, right? It just makes sense.
So, in description, he is good, idealistic, enthusiastic, and warm-hearted. He is independent, having a taste for travel and freedom. He is curious and fair-minded.
Wow. All right. So
Sagittarius with ascendant Gemini.
I'm not even kidding. That was so spot on. That's not even funny, which is fucking nuts because I've never believed any of that Houdini shit.
Houdini shit.
It's not though. It's like science. It's
What
like
the fuck?
it's like tides and positions of the sun and stuff.
What do I have to follow on Instagram now to know about like my signs and like my fire signs and moon signs and all the other signs?
You just told her it's like your birthday and the birth time.
Yeah, but what do I look up? I want to see inspirational quotes every day about being a Sagittarius
So
and a
follow
moon sign and a
Sagittarius meme
Gemini.
pages then.
Is that a thing? Must be.
I follow a ton of them. I posted one like last week and you reacted to it, remember? And you laughed. You thought it was funny. And I was like, that's us. Hee hee.
I did do that. Mm-hmm. Wow, that was nuts. Wait, you're looking at hers or what?
No, I already saw hers.
Yeah, but you didn't do it live on the air. Like, I want to know what her description is.
I'm a mermaid. Well, really, my sign is a fish, but I like to pretend I'm a mermaid. And
I don't think you're actually a mermaid, though.
I'm emotional, but super passionate.
Ariel?
I'm like Ariel, pretty much.
Shit.
Yeah,
So you like swim in the ocean and hang out with turtles.
all day.
That's sick.
It's what I do for
All right,
fun.
keep going. I cut you off.
I don't know. Pisces are like super loving, but also can be like super dramatic.
It just like blows my mind, the whole thing, because like I wasn't expecting like my whole life description to be set on a little paragraph, but like, so like different groups of people, like depending on when they're born, are like all like the same people. Like,
Well, there's similarities. I mean, like, so when you think about it, signs are cut into 2 months. So you have like, for me, I'm a March Pisces, but there's also February Pisces, and they're like slightly different. And then like male to female is slightly different.
Yeah, so the months are divided into like, so the first half of November is Scorpio, and then the second half is Sagittarius. The first half of December is Sagittarius, and the second half is Capricorn. The first half of
January is Capricorn.
And
Brody.
the second half is Aquarius. The first half of February is Aquarius.
Oh,
the
you know
second
all
half
of
is
these.
Pisces.
And then I'm Pisces in the beginning of March, and then it's Aries in the end of March.
And then Aries in the beginning of April, and then shit, what's after Aries?
It's April.
don't ask me.
I don't know.
What's your brother?
I'm in too deep.
No, he's the he's the 19th. So whatever your sign, your
Brother is
Yeah.
a,
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you any of my brother's signs.
Is it a Virgo?
No, Virgo's August.
Virgo's August.
That's-
Leo's August too. Leo, Virgo, and then Virgo's beginning of September, and then end
Yeah.
of September is Libra. Beginning of October is Libra. End of October is Scorpio. Beginning of November is Scorpio. End of
So it's Taurus. Taurus is in there. Gemini's
Taurus.
in there.
Oh, how could I forget?
Yeah.
Wow. So what does this have to do with like the stars in the sky?
It's where all of the
Everything was positioned when you were born.
yeah, like where everything was positioned when you were born, to what degree and what sign and what planet, because different signs have different planet rulers.
What does that mean?
So, like for example,
Who's my planet ruler?
I have no idea.
Zeus? Poseidon? Jesus?
I don't know.
George Washington? You told me to stop yawning. Stop fucking yawning. Yeah, I demanded it. I didn't ask. I did that. It's true.
What do you want to know?
Who my planet ruler is. 'Cause you're telling me who.
Well, there's different planets.
So what planet am I on? We're all on the
No,
same
you're
one.
not on a planet. We're on Earth. But like,
My sign has to do with a planet now?
listen.
This is very exquisite.
Every day, every minute of every day, the planets are somewhere. So Pluto, Mars, Saturn, they're somewhere in the universe. The sun's somewhere in the universe. The moon's somewhere in the universe. When you were born, everything was at a specific spot. So those specific spots, the second you were born, you were like put into the earth, is like what categorizes what you are for your sign.
When I was put into the earth.
Well, yeah, you were born.
So, for example, the period of time of Sagittarius is November 22nd through December 21st. The mode is mutable because there's mutable, and then there's
But who's my planet ruler?
Hold on. The element is fire. The ruling planet of Sagittarius is Jupiter.
my brother's Aries.
Yeah.
House ruled by Sagittarius is the 9th, and
That's
the
what
polarity is
Courtney is.
positive.
I
So
just-
the ruling planet of Sagittarius is Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of faith, positivism, and optimism. It rules Sagittarius and is exalted in Cancer. Jupiter represents the principle of expansion versus contraction, as represented by Saturn, and the aspirations of the higher self. Its position in the chart indicates how your faith will be expressed and what modes of activity will stimulate self-confidence.
I still don't get it, but like the paragraph you read was like
Lit.
me. All right, last question.
Okay.
Time management. Would you rather be very early
Very early.
or a little late?
very early.
Really?
Very early.
It
100%.
speaks to your character.
As someone who's chronically late, very early.
I'm chronically late and I'd rather be late.
Nope.
But it speaks to your character, like how you show up for yourself.
Yep.
I show
my
up late
opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
every day.
Exactly.
I get a haircut. My appointment's at 12. I show up at 12:15.
No. Oh my
All the
God.
time.
Oh my God.
All the
Oh my
time.
God. Absolutely not.
But like my barber knows.
Do you know if someone showed up for an appointment 15 minutes late for me and didn't give me a heads up of any sort? Well, first off, even if they did
I
give me a
text them
heads up,
every time.
I would still be pissed because usually clients are booking anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks out. So you know a month to a month and a half at a time when your appointment is and what time it's at. So you have absolutely no excuse to be late. And it just will set you behind for your entire fucking day and then some if one person is late 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. 15 minutes, and I tell someone their appointment is canceled and they can reschedule.
Yeah, and
You can pay your $30 fee too.
15 minutes for me is like a whole progress note. So like I'm a therapist and I write after every single session I have, depending on how the session goes, I'm writing a legal document based off of that like goes to an audit, and the audit looks at it and they're like, okay, this makes sense. This is like why this person is doing this. If I don't have those 15 minutes, I'm set back every single appointment. So by the end of my day, 8-hour day, I'm like 8 notes in the hole that I have to write. I don't get overtime at my job. So if I'm staying late to turn in these legal documents, I am not getting paid for it. So those 15 minutes are like really important. They're an important part of my time. I put them in my schedule for a reason. So when people show up late, that's why I would just rather be early, because it's time. You're valuing someone's time or you're not.
Wow. All right, now I feel like a complete piece of shit because I am late.
We've all done it.
Every single appointment I have, I am always late. First of all, I'm late.
That just shows what kind.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
The worst kind of Sagittarius. I
No,
get it, but like,
no. But no, not even your zodiac sign aside. It just, don't you want people to think of you as someone who is chronically like early and on time versus chronically late? Because like being late,
because I don't care.
Yeah, it's okay.
But now I
But
kind of
you
do
should
after
care.
like that explanation.
But you
because,
should care.
because before that was said, like I'm literally late. If I have a dentist appointment, I'm late. A doctor's appointment, I'm late.
Does that
Work
turn into,
every day, I'm late.
that turns into like not considering other perspectives and only
And
considering
I'm a very
your
selfish person.
perspective.
And other people's
I'm a very
schedules.
selfish person. I'll
Yeah.
say, of course. But
So-
like we all have to be, I think. Like everyone.
You do to an extent, but like when you are seeking a service from somebody else, that's when you're going to be on time.
I'm
When
not
you're
really seeking it. They
Yes,
send me a
you
letter.
are.
They send me a letter in the mail
You're
like,
seeking
oh,
to
it's
get
your
your
6
haircut.
month.
You said barbershop. You're seeking to get your haircut. You're
That's
seeking
true.
for
And-
someone to
And
cut
what
your hair.
you have to understand from another perspective too, you're not just paying for a haircut, you're paying for someone's time, you're paying for their skills, you're paying for all of the education they have, whatever schooling
All
they
their
have,
tools.
all of their tools, any products they use on you, any clippers, any scissors, any
And they're
combs,
trying to hustle.
anything. And not even that, think about like all the other things they have to pay for, like Barbicide, a Barbicide container, Lysol wipes, towels, clippers, fucking chargers for things, a station to keep everything on, hair products,
It's just
shampoo,
other
conditioner,
perspectives.
pomade. Those are the things you don't think
shit.
of because you're not, but you're not like a service provider versus like Courtney is a service provider.
She makes her money based off the services she provides to people and when she provides them.
and when you're fucking late, that sets her behind. And in turn, other people can maybe sometimes be assholes and not tip as much because they're just dicks and they think that you're running behind. But it's not you. It's your client that was 15 minutes late because they don't care about your time and they're willing to waste it.
I'm never going to be late again.
It's just perspectives.
It's just perspective.
Looking from things from other directions and understanding that other directions exist, and we're working towards making every direction like just be important.
Again, great perspective. Like I was like before, I was like, yeah, I'm selfish. I care about me, blah blah blah. And they put
But
that.
everybody's
and I'm like, damn.
selfish. It's a human
Yeah,
like
of course.
innate.
But like
It's a
now I
human
feel like
reaction to things.
now I feel like shit. I'm like,
Yeah, but
oh,
now you're going to be more conscious of it. And
But
I
you
don't
feel
think I
like
will.
shit.
I'm going to be the same way. I'm
But
not
you
gonna
feel
lie.
like shit because
I'm
you
not
have
gonna change.
empathy, and you have empathy, and that's like a good thing. You like feel like shit because you like are like, okay, I understand, that makes sense.
But I'm still not going to change, and that's the shitty part.
If you're not gonna change, you're not gonna change.
I would like to say I'm gonna, but like here I am drunk talking on a podcast. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be a better person, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna do the same thing every time. I'm gonna be late to work every day.
But you might be a little more conscious of it and try to be like 2 minutes late or 5 minutes late versus 15 or 20 minutes late or even an hour.
That's a good
late.
point.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's planting a seed. We
It's
planted
just-
a seed.
We're planting a seed. We're trying to get you to be better.
I'm-
And it's you taking those little steps to make yourself better. That's what's going to make improvement over time. Things take time. Nothing's going to happen overnight.
So as long as I'm like on time in like 20 years from now, we made progress here. Tonight.
Exactly.
yeah,
You
because
grew.
it
All right.
resonated
I like
with
that.
you and
You're
it grew
right.
with inside you and you realized that that's what you needed to do.
So all right, Chase, don't be 15 minutes late. Start with 10.
Start
Work
10
down to
and
9,
then work down
8,
to 5.
7,
yeah.
5.
That's so therapeutic. I love that.
I'm a better person already. You see this? Like, Jesus, I just got baptized tonight. This is great. I'm a whole new person.
It's like Christianity.
Crazy. I'm reborn. Awesome.
Reborn.
But all right, at that point, honestly,
Is that the end?
Yeah, this is definitely
That's it.
This,
Reborn.
The whole thing.
Thank you for having us.
I just like tried to yawn, but I
I
didn't.
really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you guys for being here. I appreciate the live studio audience we had here tonight. Every time I said something
The
funny, they
peanut
laughed. You
gallery.
heard that.
They're my best friends.
But thank you guys so much for being here in the garage. And honestly, I don't know why I said honestly because I'm just talking to them. But I'll see you nerds next week.
Whew. What an episode. I know all the time I hype you guys up. I'm like, we have one hell of an episode, but literally every week we don't disappoint here in the garage. It was one hell of an episode. Alysha, Ari, thank you guys so much for joining me on this week's episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. It was so awesome to hear both of your perspectives on all of these conversations, and I know the people are going to love it. I loved it, and yeah, we had a blast, and I know you guys will be back soon. But folks, please don't forget the absolute number one way to support the brand. Buy some merch. We've got hats, we've got t-shirts, we've got hoodies, we got sweatshirts. You name it, we got it, and it's all available to you at www.garageboozing.net. And nerds, don't forget to follow the brand on all of your favorite social media accounts at Garage Boozing, as well as YouTube, if you'd rather watch than listen. And of course, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, whatever the button is, on all of your favorite podcast platforms so you can be notified as soon as a new episode is released. We are on Spotify, we're on Amazon Music, we're on iHeartRadio, we're on Pandora, we are everywhere. All podcast platforms, you name it, we're there. Go subscribe. Thank you. Well, that's all the time we have for today. And guys, thank you so much for your support. This whole thing would not be possible without all of you. So I thank you guys every week. I'm going to continue to do so because without you, there's no brand, there's no podcast. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. And with all that being said, I'll see you nerds next week.
Ladies, gentlemen, and nerds. Do you have what it takes to be a guest on the fastest growing alcohol chugging and nonsense talking podcast? Well, now is your chance. The Garage Boozing Podcast has new guests every week, and you could be one of them. Just simply log on to www.garageboozing.net. Click the Be on the Show tab and submit your information. It's that simple. Join the BOOZEMENT or be a loser. Don't miss your chance because we're taking this to the moon.